Now, Football Friday Night Extra. Sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, and LA Auto Sales.
Hello and welcome inside the Fox 14 studios here in West Monroe. You're watching Football Friday Night Extra. Stephen Pappas, Dominique Williams, Jesse Davis, and Jeremy Bryant. Guys, wasn't it great to be out there and it wasn't 140 degrees?
It was.
Yes. And
fantastic.
The rain held up. I stayed curly just for the rain.
The rain held it up. Not too hot. A perfect night for football. So let's get right into our game of the week. Jesse, it is Neville and Ouachita.
Hey, that's right. One of the oldest rivalries in Northeast Louisiana went down off Forsyth, and I mean it was a good one. And when I mean it went down, it literally went down. Neville versus Ouachita. Let's take things late in the first quarter. Zachary Jackson with the pass. Well, sorry, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm excited. Zachary with the pass to Nelson, who picks up a first down, moving to the second quarter now. Lions in scoring range. They smell blood. Zachary Jackson with a dump off pass to Wydell Clark. He makes the defender miss, puts him on Skype before finally being brought down. Next play, Zachary passes to Travion Gravel, who's wide open, but he drops the touchdown. Next play, Kalen Bell gets the handoff. He's going to take this one all the way into the end zone for the first score of the game. Lions 7-0. Neville on offense. Now it's the big boy, Dalen Bremen, who gets the sack. This guy, number 40, he's just a sophomore. I couldn't believe he looks like a senior. He's just a sophomore. He's ready for the NFL. Lions would have to settle for a field goal. They lead 10-0. Now Neville did score off a kick return. It happened just that fast. Now Neville back with the ball. The snap is high over the quarterback's head. He will recover. Neville putting down, and guess what's going to happen? The ball is going to be snapped again high over his head. This time it's going to cost them 2 points. It's going to be a safety. Ouachita will have to settle for another field goal later in the third quarter. So let's take you there. It's going to be 6 to 15 now, and Neville in the red zone. Jalen Nichols gets the handoff. He goes into the end zone for the score. Neville drawing this thing even closer than what it was. Ouachita could not do anything with the ball in their possession, and Neville gets it back, and Jalen Nichols scores again to take the lead. 2 minutes left in this game. Ouachita needed to score. Zachary Jackson to Kalen Bell for a big play when they needed it. It was second down and long. He makes this catch. And fairness, with about 1 minute and 40 left in this game. Now, Lions still driving. Wydell is going to get this big catch over 2 defenders. Guess that catch makes you just want to dance. Yes. Well, 1 minute left in the Lions drive, and Zachary Jackson with the pass to Travion Bradford, who makes the catch across the middle. We have about 30 seconds left now in this game. Can the Lions pull it off? Zachary Jackson drops back, breaks the tackle, throws it up, and it's going to be picked off by Richard White. He's going to take this boy all the way to the other side of Forsyth. Neville goes on to win 19-15 over Ouachita.
All right, let's take things over to Oak Grove and OCS. Powerhouse teams right here. They both brought back state championships last year, 2022. After a turnover in the first quarter, Oak Grove kicking off to OCS. Tate Hamby returns all the way for the touchdown. Extra point would be good as well. 7-0 OCS. Then OCS fighting back as they get a touchdown, extra point, putting the score at 7-7 in the second quarter. OCS possession on the next play. Quarterback Luke Verdren passes to Tate Hamby for 45-yard gain. It will be first down. OCS looking to score again, and they do. Verdren keeps the ball to run it for another score, 14-7. OCS will go on to win 28-7 for the final.
Let's take you to St. Fred's in Franklin Parish, looking to build off good week ones on either side. Patriots up 7-0 here. Warriors quarterback Montreal Connor going to find Caden Miller, who bangs his way into the end zone. The Warriors would go for 2 points and get it, so it's 8-7 St. Fred's. Warriors now looking to extend the lead. Connor going to hesitate on his drop back. The pass is intercepted by Franklin Parish, and the drive stalls there. Franklin Parish going to capitalize here. It's sophomore Desarian Ellis, who, Jesse, you're going to like this one. He's going beast mode. Why is that exactly, Jesse? He won Beast of the Week this week, did he not? He finds Chris Addison, who comes down with the ball, and 61 yards later, the big man is gone. It's 14-8 Patriots. This game back and forth in the first half. It's now MJ Dade taking the handoff, and he's simply going to will himself into the end zone. He won't be brought down, crossing the plane. It is 15-14 Warriors. Warriors now 23-21 at the end of the half. Here's senior kicker Jackson Cordell. He's going to nail a 42-yard field goal as time expires. If the kick is in the highlights, you know it's good. They would have the lead and never relinquish. Franklin Parish goes on to win 59-31.
Yeah, let's take it over to Sterlington as they make a visit down to Mangum. Let's hand it off to the first quarter. Sterlington on their drive, they hand it off for a 21-yard rush by running back 24. Sterlington rose to a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Sterlington with the ball again. They're going to hand it off to him again, 30 yards down the field. Number 24 again, he just absolutely had a game. Fullback gets it this time, 33 yard, number 33. He gets one up the middle for a touchdown. They're not going to catch him in that one. Sterlington absolutely destroyed Mangum in this one, 41-0.
Sterlington went down to Mangum to take care of business. All right, let's see can West Monroe do the same thing as they went to East Ascensiana. We'll have that coming up for you next.
We got the highlights right now.
Highlights now? Oh, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Look at me. All right. East Ascension with the ball. They will actually settle for a field goal. It will be no good at that point. We're still at 0-0. Taking things off the kickoff on this one, West Monroe, they kick it off to the receiver. He goes up the middle to the left side of that field. It's like he's just cruising down the sideline. Look at him picking up yards. And like he's just picked up more speed than what he started off with. He goes all the way into the end zone. West Monroe leads at that point. I want to say it was about 92-yard kickoff return. West Monroe, of course, with the celebration. A lot of people didn't see West Monroe in this one. East Ascension with the ball. Look at the defense coming up with the tackle. Sorry about that, with the sack. East Ascension again with the ball. He finds the receiver into the end zone. West Monroe actually go and upset East Ascension, I guess you'd say, 34-20.
All right, Ruston and Jesuit. Ruston going down to New Orleans to face off with Jesuit. It's Josh Brantley going to keep this one on the left side, and the Bearcats going to scamper for 22 yards before he's brought down. The drive going to carry over into that second quarter, and then it's going to be Jordan Haynes simply powering his way, my goodness, into the end zone, lowering his shoulder. 7-0 Bearcats. Jesuit would respond. It's Bo Perez going to keep this one for a 5-yard score. It is 7-7, folks. That is the closest Jesuit is going to get. Blue Jays driving again, but Perez was going to be intercepted by Samaj Jones. Ruston goes on to win big, 35-7. All right, coming up next, we take you to Lincoln Parish as Cedar Creek welcoming in Vidalia. That and more coming up next.
Let's make your next Football Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, and LA Auto Sales.
All right, welcome back inside the Fox 14 studios for this week 2 edition of Football Friday Night Extra here in 2023. Some great games to talk about. Dominique, Vidalia traveling 2 hours northwest to go take on Cedar Creek.
I'm just glad I didn't have to drive 2 hours there like last year, but it was a great game to see. Taking things over to exit 85. Cedar Creek visiting hosting the Vidalia Vikings. Less than 4 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 4th down for Cedar Creek in the red zone. Quarterback Ladd Thompson draws back, looks inside, passes was intended to Alex Simpson, but it gets blocked by Valdalia's Lewis Jordan and turnover on downs. Vikings take the ship now. Quarterback, they call him Elmari Juice Lewis. Hands off to Kapari Davis. Cedar Creek's Lawson Lilo smacks him down. Ball goes loose, and the Cougars recovers the fumble there. Then it was about a few plays down. Cedar Creek running back will fight his way through, and that will be a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Cougars will come up short on the 2-point attempt, but Cedar Creek leads 6-0. Then Vidalia looking to respond in the second quarter. Elmari Juice Lewis drops back and throws deep downfield and lands in the hands of Mark Perkins and toe taps into the end zone. Touchdown. Lewis completes a 30-yard pass to Perkins. However, Vidalia will come up short as well on the 2-point attempt. Game will be tied at 6 all the way into halftime. Then the final score, Vidalia will take over in the second half and defeat Cedar Creek 14-12.
Yeah, the Jonesboro Highs took a trip to West Washington. If you're a defense kind of person, this was not the game for you. First play on offense for the Chiefs. They handed off to their running back, Antonio Ford. He charges up the middle, and they are not going to catch him. It's fitting he wears the number 2 because he says deuces to the defense and tries to the end zone. Next drive, the Chiefs handed off to Marlon Owens this time as he breaks his fair share of tackles and tumbles in to go up 14-0. After the stop on defense, special teams wanted to get in too on the action. Luke Jones, he takes the punt return, shakes off the defense and sidesteps the punter.
Oh, that poor punter.
And walks into the end zone for 6 points.
With a name like Luke Jones,
if you blink, you might miss another score on this one. Because Sam Ozark drops back the pass and tosses one to a wide open Cam Martin. He had enough time to read a book and then catch the pass. Remember, we're still in the first half. Ozark at the goal line, and yes, another Chief touchdown on the QB sneak. They scored so much the scoreboard stopped working before halftime. The Chiefs were too much for the Tigers in this one. West Washington rolls over Jonesboro Highs 44-12.
Jeez, not stop working. All right. This is the smooth groove march of the band, and Ray will love to see it. The score was 24-8 at that point. Richwood, you know, Ray was going to drive the ball, quarterback back to pass, scrambles out of pocket. Richwood is going to strip the ball, and guess what? It's going to be a turnover. Rams would recover this ball. Sometimes you just got to get down, especially when there's a lot of people around you. Now, first play of the drive for Richwood now. And they're going to give it to their main man, the running back, number 1, who's actually going to, well, I guess the refs have to decide on who had the ball on that play. Richwood will recover that play. First play on the drive for Richwood, we'll give it to the running back who rushes up the middle. And guess what? You can say goodbye to this one. 49 yards to the house. I guess you'll say back to 165 South. Richwood will win big, 46-14.
All right, thank you very much, Jesse. Well, after the break, we're taking to Southern Arkansas. El Dorado looking to start their season 2-0. We'll get you on that next.
Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, and LA Auto Sales.
All right, the final game we're going to get to before we start showing you scores from around the league. Jeremy, going out I-20 are the Wasman Wildcats to take on Northwood.
Yeah, that's right. Wasman on the roll. Hudson Herring looking for his first win as the starting quarterback taking on Wasman. Northwood starting off quick. Herring finds John Sneed breaking tackles left and right. Finally goes down. That moves the chains for the Falcons. Wasman with the ball now after a fumble recovery. Hands it off to Antron Mason Jr. Ball is bobbled and dropped. Falcons recover this one. Can't put the ball on the ground. Herring tosses it up. A long run for Desmond Harris before he's taken out in midfield. Great play. Wildcats on offense now. Tristan Wooten fakes the handoff, finds Zion Weeks in the end zone. That puts the Wasman Wildcats on the board first, 6-0. Final score tonight, very low win, 12-7. Wasman takes the victory in this one.
All right, as we promised, scores from around Northeast Louisiana, Southern Arkansas, and West Mississippi. We'll close you out for the night. Our MVPs of the night. We'll start with the great Jesse Davis. Who do you got? Your MVP for the night.
Hey, give it to me. Give it to me.
We brought it out here for a reason.
Give it to me.
It wasn't just a prop.
I'm putting it on. Oh,
He trying to
it's
relive
going to go
his
to
glory days, y'all.
Davion White from Franklin Parish. Over 200 and something receiving yards, 2 touchdowns receiving yards, 1 punt return for 98 yards, 1 kickoff return for a touchdown. My man was on fire.
He's coming for your record book.
I'm surprised
like
the
at
helmet fit.
Thanks, by the way, for my record.
Thanks, by the way, for taking all of the time from the rest of us to give your MVP. The helmet is a nice touch, though.
Hey.
It wasn't by accident that it was up here. He wanted it from the start of this show. But that'll do it. That's a wrap for us here in the Fox 14 studios for this Week 2 edition of Football Friday Night Extra. If you're looking for more scores, go to our website, myarchivist.com. You're on site, buddy. Don't worry about that. For everybody in production, everyone shooting video, Dominique Williams, Jesse Davis in the helmet, and Jeremy Bryan, I'm Stephen Pappas. We will see you next week for Week 3.